Have you ever wanted to learn brioche because you fell in love with how soft and squishy and beautiful it looks, but felt a little bit intimidated? Well, we're going to take a look at it in this section of videos where I'll explain the basics of brioche, and then we'll go through a couple of patterns. First of all, in this one with accessories, so smaller items you can get started with. And then in our next video, we'll take a look at garments as well. So I always think of brioche as having a couple of different stepping stones. The first one is where you've got single color worked flat. So you're working back and forth. Each row is going to look the same, where you've got the basic stitches of brioche, which is a brioche knit, where you're knitting a stitch and the yarn over that's wrapped around it together. And then the next stitch you slip and you create that yarn over. So when you come to the other side, you've then got the yarn overs wrapped around every second stitch, and you're doing the same thing. You're doing a brioche, a bark, or a brioche knit, where you put those together, and then the next stitch you're slipping and you're doing yarn over. So if you've never done it before, the Maladros Scarf, where it's a single color worked back and forth, is a really great place to start. The pattern you can buy on our website, but we do have a Brioche Basics video workshop that goes through every step of the pattern and every technique that you'll use. So it's a very, very good place to start if you're a complete brioche newbie. So the next one up is doing brioche using two colors and or brioche in the round. So the next set is the Furrow Mittens. And I particularly like these because of the fact that you've got lots of different techniques in a small little pattern. You start off with just one color brioche in the round, where every second round you're doing either a brioche knit or a brioche purl, BRP, or a burp as it's sometimes known. And it's similar to the brioche knit, but as it sounds, you're doing a purl instead of a knit, working that stitch with the yarn over that's wrapped around it. One of the beautiful things about doing two color brioche in the round is it's effectively color coded. You're always going to be brioche knitting one color, and the other color you're going to be brioche purling. So it makes it quite easy to see what you're doing with each. And the bigger the contrast between the two colors you've got, the easier it is to see what each stitch is doing. So the Furrow Mittens, I think, make it a very good first brioche pattern in the round. Now, if you have done brioche before, or you've moved on from the accessories and you want the next challenge, the next thing that we're going to take a look at is introducing brioche into our garments. So if you like the sound of that, follow along for our next video and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos.